I can't recall the last movie I enjoyed this much. When the action can entertain you, make you laugh, and be done so beautifully that you can't wipe the smile off your face, then you know you've come to the right movie. John Wick, Chapter 2. The kill count in this movie is ridiculous, but it's done so perfectly. No shaky cam, no quick edits, you don't lose track of the action, and you know who's punching who. John faces a lot of challenges, other assassins, rules that can't be broken, large numbers to face off against. And if you think it's safe to ride a motorcycle in this movie, then you didn't see the trailer. They show you a chop with a bunch of cabs they're using to smuggle drugs. Like, how smart is that to do in New York? And it's not even a plot point, like, it's just a side note for this minor character we may never see again. And that's what I'm talking about. They put details into small things that don't even really matter, and it makes it matter. It makes it more important. That's just a taste of the well-crafted thought, and I appreciate it. I mean, how many movies out there just have things happen so you can get from point A to point B? And if you thought this was the best pencil scene?
How about a magic trick? I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. Ta-da! It's gone.
Just wait till you see it. And I love that they show him reloading his gun. Most movies don't care about realistic ammo clips, they'll just fire it off wildly and never count. And there's this scene where he's gearing up and he puts so many ammo clips into his belt. It was nice to see that kind of intelligence. We learn more of the assassin world beyond just the Continental. Some of Wick's relationships, glimpses at his past, the respect he's garnered over the years. One thing I didn't understand was everybody knows who John Wick is, the legend he's created, they constantly drop references. This man? You do not fuck with this man. So why in these movies when the assassins get these contract offers to kill John Wick, they're all confident and they're like, oh yeah, sure, like I get it. $7 million is a lot of money, but you gotta think somebody out there is gonna be like, huh, John Wick, probably not worth it. I'll probably get killed. And John not really having any assassin allies in this movie really made me think of William Dafoe in the last one.
Sir, you look terrible.
No, I look retired.
You made a new life? You'll find your way back to it. It's time to go home.
I mean, I imagine a friend of an assassin is pretty much fated the same, to die for their friend. Good luck, John Leguizamo. And you don't want a sequel to repeat what they did in the first one, but that said, I want to meet some of John's friends, maybe an old girlfriend, something that could be used against him. Granted, an assassin's life is generally pretty lonely. But let's take a look at the cast.
You got out once. You dipped so much as a pinky back into this pond. You may well find something reaches out and drags you back into its depths.
Ian McShane returns as the manager of the Continental. He was his usual charming self. I really liked his relationship with John. Treats him like a beloved son, even when he has to be objective. Lawrence Fishburne was cool. His character expands the mythology of the world, and I liked his interactions with Neo. Ruby Rose was a mute in this, which was a nice change.
I'll try and do the same.
I was getting kind of tired of her. From Resident Evil and Triple X, she was more tolerable in this. Probably something to do with the director. But she was definitely a whack job in this. And again, it seems this project just inspires these actors to get in great shape and prepare for their roles. One of the standouts in this movie was Common. I've never seen him do a better job in a film. You understood his character and where he was coming from. He underwent a lot of training with Keanu, which made them believable as assassins. The first John Wick was directed by two friends who started out with stunt backgrounds. Then they moved up to second unit directors for action sequences. John Wick was the project they were looking for, and Keanu knew it. He worked with them on the Matrix trilogy and brought them the script. For John Wick 2, Chad Stahelski took over as main director, while David Leitch stepped back as executive producer. But much like when Steven Spielberg didn't direct Poltergeist, when these two are together, they make an effective team. David Leitch is off to direct Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool 2, and Chad is going to tackle the long-in-the-works Highlander reboot. Yes, please.
There can be only one.
There's this hilarious scene where two guys fall down the stairs, and it's done so well that it looks like it hurts. When they asked Chad how he shot it, he said with one take, because they were using actual stuntmen throughout this whole film, not a lot of CGI, which was great. They also believe that if you want someone to look like an assassin, you might as well train them like one. We all know Keanu's up for that. He learned Kung Fu for The Matrix. He's perfect in this. He's helped develop it with the directors. Being part of the creative process makes it more than just an acting gig. And when his character's making bad decisions in this movie, you understand his reasoning behind it, so you agree with it. Only a few minutes into this, and we learn that Wick wants his car back from the first movie, and he's on a mission to get it. And I turn to my friend Dave and I'm like, if the whole movie's about this, I'm okay with it. Naturally, it's not, if you saw the trailer. I love that they go to Rome. The locations are amazing, bigger and better than the first movie, yet keep the same feel. It's just a brilliantly done movie that outweighs any flaws it has.
Welcome to Rome. Is this a formal event or a social affair?
Social.
And that fucking ending. Never have I been more satisfied with an ending so unresolved. And I'm not talking about the movie, they tied that up. I'm talking about Wick's future and the consequences of all the events. I can't wait to see what happens next, and I'm perfectly okay with the actual wait for the next one. I don't want it rushed. I don't want a sequel for the sake of a sequel. And I don't want it wrapped up in a trilogy. I think they could keep going. Go ahead and do your Deadpools, your Highlanders, and whatever other projects you want. And when you're ready with a great script, come back and do another John Wick. There's no reason for this to end. In conclusion, if you like John Wick 1, you'll like John Wick 2. So go see this movie so we can get some more John Wicks. And as always, thanks for watching. The only question I have left is for McCready. Are you happy they didn't kill any beagle puppies in this one?